Okay, so hey Dan, let's get into some of these featured pairings for the week, and before we get into our picks, because that may make a difference for you. So first featured group, we got Bryson, Rory, and Phil. Man, talk about a powerhouse group right there. All three long hitters. Bryson's obviously playing well. Rory, not so much. So he's not going to be in my lineup this week. And Phil's kind of a crapshoot. I don't know. We'll see where he's at from pricing standpoint. But Bryson's probably the only one I like out of there. And just based on, I think he's like at $11,000 or something. I don't think he's going to make it in my lineup just due to cost. And I don't know that the return's there. I think there's plenty of other good players that are going to come in a little less expensive and get a little more value for the cost.
So Rory's price has been dropping on DraftKings over the last couple of weeks. He hasn't played like he did. I think I already said it once today, but he hasn't been the same Rory we saw, going into the break as he is coming out of the break. And he's not Mr. T5 anymore, so the price is dropping. And the question is, do you play him here? I mean, this is a course where his longness is going to help him out. He didn't play last year. He did play in 2018 and finished 12th, and he did play in 2017 and finished 17th. So he's played it. He knows the course. He plays it pretty well. I don't like the way he's playing right now in terms of just the consistency. I'm not putting him in mine. Bryson, I think Bryson might win this thing. He's not in my lineup, but I think he might win this thing.
Yep. What you got on Phil?
Phil, good God, yeah. Mr. Just turned 50, and I mean, again, he is going to be able to play here because of the bomb and not to worry about where it lands. But he didn't play well at the Charles Schwab a couple of weeks ago, so I don't like what I'm seeing from him. He played okay at the Tiger thing, but I didn't like what I saw from him at the Charles Schwab at all. There's nothing there that interests me at all.
Yeah, I'm taking a pass. I'm taking a pass on that group. So second group, we got Koepka, Xander, and JT.
So when did Koepka shave the mustache?
Coming into RBC.
Okay, because I saw some pictures of him yesterday, and I just didn't notice it last weekend. So he played RBC the entire week without the mustache?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that might have been his Achilles heel because he played really well last week. And this is going to be a course that he has a good potential at as well. He says he's feeling really great. He says the knee feels great. He's not in my lineups, but if he plays well again this week, he's inching his way closer to being back to the Brooks that I would trust. I don't trust him yet, but I mean, I like what I'm seeing.
I really like what I'm seeing. And, he wasn't – I didn't have him in there to begin with, but I'll tell you what, after I think hole 14 or 15, drives the green, makes eagle, he's going in my lineup because he's going to have a lot of opportunities to do that at this course, and I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, I do too.
It may be a little bit of, boom or bust on this one because I think he's coming out hot. I don't think there's going to be anything conservative about his game. Yeah. So it's if he's on, I like him, and I'm going to take a chance on Koepka this week.
You are you put him in? You putting him in your lineup?
As bad as I hate to, because that means I just got to talk about it that much more. But yeah, he's going in, first guy on the board.
Okay.
What about Xander?
Xander is not in my lineup. I did not like what I saw from him. He had that over there at Charles Schwab. Disastrous finish in terms of just not being able to close it out, and I don't think he's recovered. He's not in my lineup. What about you?
He is not in my lineup. He had 4 double bogeys over the week, 5 bogeys, 41 pars. So he's not. I mean, again, I'm not worried about his game. I think he'll come on, as we continue through the season. He had a great Charles Schwab tournament. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something there that's inconsistent. It may still be the Charles Schwab hangover that he can't get past. But I'm fading him this week.
And you got JT, right?
Yep, JT. I want JT in my lineup, but again, $10,800. I think there's better value a little deeper in the field, and it's just not. He's just not doing it for me. I mean, average fantasy points. It's 89.5. So, it's the numbers look good. I just think that there's a better mix. I think he's a little too pricey for where I want to go this week.
JT's in my lineup. I liked what I saw last week. He finished strong on Sunday on Father's Day. I took his dad fishing.
All right. So we got Rahm, Reavie, and Simpson up next.
Reavie's playing in the pairings because he won this last year.
Yep.
But we met him, I guess maybe like a month or two after he had won this thing.
Winston-Salem?
Yeah. Well, no, over at Greensboro at the window.
Greensboro, yeah.
But he's nowhere near where he needs to be playing right now to be anybody's lineup. Who are the other two in the pairing?
Rahm and Simpson.
Simpson. Let's start with Simpson. What do you got on Simpson this week?
I tell you, man, it's that's a hard one to pass up. I mean, just what a performance he put on last week in Hilton Head. I've got him in my lineup. I think he's going to ride that train. I mean, that guy's game is just. He's got it all together. Even his recovering from his misses. He's putting extremely well. I think he was like plus 6 for strokes gained, over the tournament. So. He's my guy, man. I got him coming in behind Brooks Koepka.
I couldn't afford him because I put JT in at 10-8, but I'm with you. I wanted to. I'm a little worried about the back-to-back with him having to play so late on Sunday last week, and then all that celebrating, et cetera, and just the Father's Day win, and, everything else. He's got 5 kids. I mean, come on. Those kids would be like, show me the trophy again. So I'm a little worried about him this week. But,
so no Weber for you, huh?
Nah. I would if I could. I just couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
Nope.
What about Jon Rahm? He's got four top 10s, past 7 starts. What we got here? He's got a runner-up at the Farmers. I don't know. What do you think about John?
I haven't seen from Rahm what we saw. I put Rahm in the rust bucket. He's my rust bucket. He hasn't gotten off yet, and he's probably going to break out and win this week. But I just haven't seen enough from him yet. I mean, I haven't seen the consecutive good rounds. Where did Rahm? He didn't play last week, right?
No.
No. Yeah, and I didn't like what I saw from him the week before, so I don't have the confidence in him yet. Do you?
No, I do not. Yeah, I'm fading him too.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, all right, last feature group. Hi, here's your boy.
Uh-oh.
And it was his birthday, I think yesterday. So he's definitely coming in with a hangover. So DJ, Morikawa, and Spieth.
I want to watch that group. That's a good pairing. For DJ, DJ played really well last week. To the point where you and I were talking about him earlier in the week, and we're like, what do you want to do with this guy coming up? Because he, how do you not put him in your lineup? But of course he knew really well. It was in his backyard. He's from South Carolina. But he shot 3 under on Sunday, and then shots gained tee to green. He was plus 1.74. Off the tee, he was plus 1.35. Those are the types of things you want from a shot shaper guy this week. Or I think he looks good. He's not in my lineup. I'm not trusting him yet, but I think he might play well this week.
I think so. I mean, he still didn't look like he really wanted to be out there. He's probably getting tired of the noise, though, of people saying he looks like he doesn't want to be out there. I mean, we've seen him in the past 2 months. We've seen him play 2 tournaments and then the charity match. And in all 3 of those tournaments, he played good enough to be kind of mid-tier, but he didn't do anything that looked like he actually wanted to win the tournament. And I think that there are so many people out there that are hungry and that want to win. I think there are people that are playing with, in fields and with guys that they don't typically get to play with. There's no fire there, man. I'm passing on DJ.
Yep. Who we got next? Who's in the next in this pairing?
Morikawa and Spieth.
Okay. Morikawa, he dropped from about $10,000 to $9,100. and didn't like what I saw from him last week. I think that the Charles Schwab had a big impact on him. And what I see from Morikawa really right now is a guy that's, the pressure is building. He's a young kid, and you see that pressure is just building. We've seen this with guys before. Until he can get comfortable with the pressure. And it's not like, okay, these guys have always had pressure through college and, whenever they were playing as amateurs, et cetera, right? It's a different kind of pressure now that he's got this notoriety. He's got this streak going. I think it's up to like around 23, cuts made in a row. He's got that going. He couldn't close over at Charles Schwab, so he's got that concern in the back of his head. He didn't play well last week. His irons and everything were horrible last week, which is not characteristically of him. And I'm not going to say that. Hey, I'm not saying that it's sound the alarm. I'm saying it's. If you have that kind of shot shaping last week, or the strokes gained what he had last week, how can you put him in your lineup? I can't tell you he's going to bounce back. I don't know where his head is right now. I have no idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, overall, he lost. No strokes gained for him. I think the biggest one is going to be putting, and I think that Charles Schwab playoff, missing that putt, I think that's going to ride with him for the better part of the year. So, again, great player. Solid performer. But yeah, I got nothing for him. Finished Sunday at +3, so. He's still coming in with a hangover, man. He's not ready. He's not ready.
The best thing that could happen to Colin Morikawa right now is if he misses the cut this week.
Yeah, take a breather, man. Take a breather. Come back when you got a little lighter field, and then try to make hay.
Well, he's got that streak going. It's like 23 in a row of made cuts. Just go ahead and miss one, man. Get that out of the way. It's not going to do anything for you. It doesn't freaking matter. Just miss one.
Yeah. All right. So outside of featured groups, let's fill in our.
Spieth.
Oh, Spieth. Oh, yeah. Well, I can assure you, he's not going in my lineup. I hope he plays well. I think he's played well at this tournament in the past, but yeah, I got nothing for him, man.
Yeah, he's not putting the rounds together like we want to see. Where he's yo-yoing, right? But I like what I'm seeing from the good rounds, meaning we're seeing some gains there where we didn't see it over the last year. And I think give him a month, and maybe he is going to be back to where we want to see him. I really want to see him do well. I love Jordan Spieth, and I love watching him play. He's got to get that consistency going, and he's almost there. He's getting some rounds together. We're seeing some signs of life there, which is what we want to see, right?
Yeah, but overall, I mean, a decent tournament, I guess, for him. He came in 4 under, so he did had a couple of rough days. So yeah, but it's too he's too much ebb and flow there for me. I mean, think about it, right? So if he's not making those 30 and 40 footers, then his performance is really down. Is moved down. I mean, again, we saw a glimpse of hope at the Charles Schwab, when he was draining some putts, and then it's like one day you're on, one day you're off. I think he's just having to grind too hard on those solid days. I think it's just strapping him, man. It's winded him, and he just can't get back up and recover the next day. And then I think he just goes out and plays, and then he comes right back the next day, and then he's got a solid performance again. So I think he's got a little work to tighten everything up there. So
yep.